Because during Buhari time, he said he was doing subsidy. This thing you are hearing subsidy. The Gencos will go and buy gas that we produce in Nigeria. They are collecting from us. The bills. These bills we are hearing. They're supposed to take it back. Then the Gencos will take their own cut. Okay, pay for the gas. You know, they've invested by building gas turbine and other things. You know, then there's a gap when the discos are not able to collect what we are consuming. Okay, to pay back, then the Gencos will be stranded. Then the gas company will come up. You've not paid us, Nigeria. How will you pay them? Today, dollar is how much? They started buying dollars 200. We say, no, Nigeria don't spoil. I mean, 500. No, as it is going. So these debts are being accumulated. The Gencos are crying. The gas company is saying, you people have not paid us. Okay? So, this cost, I'm trying to break down this cost of Atn. Then, when this present government came, the Gencos were threatening to shut down because the gas company said they are not giving their gas again. Nigerian company, I think it's part of NNPC or whatever. They said they are not giving because they've not paid. Remember that Nigeria, the way you say Nigeria, Shell is there, some other companies are there, okay? The joint venture, all of them. If they produce, if they bring this oil, this gas, and you are not paying, how are they going to survive? So when this government came, the young man, the minister, I just had him, Adebayo, went around and discovered that these debts were actually mounting. What he did was, that guy is an accountant. He's an accountant. He's not an expert in the power sector. He came up and said with his colleagues, okay, you know what? For us to deplete that accumulated debts so that we can continue, because if they shut down, we're in trouble, okay? He just came up and looked at the people that have supply. People will call them on 33. Yes, about 25%. Before now, it was at 15% of the consumers. So the guy came up and said, okay, you know what we're going to do? These guys have light up to 20 hours. That's why high amount of money to pay. Because they seems to be the bourgeois, the big men. Okay. Remember that the industries are there. Manufacturers are there. Okay? Media houses are there. They need supply. They need power to go ahead. And the guy said, okay, you're going to pay through your nose this time so that we'll be able to recoup some money and start depleting that debt that has been accumulated. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. But remember too that I mentioned that the government said they were paying subsidy. Paying subsidy for what? Can you pay subsidy for a company that you have unbundled? That sector has been unbundled, isn't it? The Gencos are private. The discos are private. So before now, some of us were saying, this guy, they are with them. They are not performing. Abi? If they are not performing, why not bring them down? Then let's bring in people that have money to take over. They said no, they will not sack them. Yes, it came up into politics. I don't know how some Nigerians have invested money. This, that, they will not sack the discos. And the discos, as far as we are concerned, the discos are not, they are not meeting up. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. When if I want to talk about the discos not being able to meet up, I mean that how many discos today can conveniently replace your transformers? I don't know whether you have noticed that. Okay, how many discos today can replace your network? Yes, maybe pole don't fall. Have you? They say who go repair and they say look for the consumers. Yes, coming from I know do have your own. No. I don't know whether you understand.
Let me cut off time. Yeah. You are a stakeholder in this sector. Do you think a tariff hike is appropriate currently?
No, it shouldn't come. But you see, who are we to say we don't want to pay? We will not do it. Because the power that be, this simple thing I'm just trying to explain to you and to the world, is something that we have gotten wrong. And you just sit back there because you are being encumbered, you are being faced with problems. So the next thing is, Ross, I think, what do we do now? Increase tariff. increasing tariff is not the solution to the power sector.
Okay.
Quote me any day.
So what would you suggest as a solution?
Yes. What I'm going to suggest is this. As it is now, the discourse must be shut down. Yes. Let another people take over. Another investors take over.
Okay.
Yes. Because for what we're seeing, the discourse are not contributing anything. In fact, they're even making things worse in the sense that ordinarily, if we have meter, meter? Yes, if we have meter in place, that would have helped us a lot. But the discourse are now allowing the meter to flow. To the extent that federal government has given loans severally to ensure that that meeting gap is closed. But the discourse are not allowing it. Therefore, I would suggest that where you're going to start from is start with the discourse.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. I have to cut you short because of time. And I would love to thank you. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. And now onto the foreign exchange market and the stock market. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba heads to the United States on Thursday ahead of what will be President Donald Trump's second summit with a foreign leader since his return to the White House. Japan is one of the closest allies of the United States in Asia, with 1,000 U.S. military personnel stationed in the country. Ishiba will be pushing for reassurance on the importance of the U.S.-Japan alliance as Trump's America First agenda risks encroaching on the nation's trade and defense ties. Japan's Nikkei newspaper said Thursday the pair will issue a joint statement which could vow to build a golden age of bilateral relations and bring the alliance to new heights. Ishiba is expected to tell Trump that Japan will increase defense purchases from the United States in the Care state. Ishiba may also propose importing more U.S. natural gas, chiming with Trump's plan to baby drill while boosting energy security for resource-poor Japan. The intention is to present a win-win value proposition from Ishiba to the president, Sheila Smith, senior fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations, told newsmen. Also, Japan has cut its liquefied natural gas imports from Russia, so Japan desperately needs to open up new sources of LNG, and also other energy more broadly, she said. Trump will meet Ishiba in Washington on Friday, just days after a joint press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, where the U.S. president sparked uproar with a proposal to take over the Gaza Strip. The Japan summit could be less startling, Smith said, as Trump has a fairly strong commitment to the alliances in Asia. This is probably a very calm, cool reassurance meeting, she said. Following price appreciation in many banking stocks, especially FBN Holdings and Guarantees Trust Holding Company, the Nigerian Exchange Limited market capitalization crossed 65 trillion naira mark yesterday, with investors gaining 322 billion naira. The all-share index gained by 536.54 points, representing a growth of 0.51%, to close at 105,324.89 points.